So a good trick if you are painting white flowers is to put green leaves behind them, because it pushes them forward. This leaf is actually very yellow, so I'm going to add a bit more yellow into it on the edge. It's actually fading. You need to work quite quickly or else the paint will dry. If you get a puddle, just mop it up with your brush. So as you can see, that'll just give me a basic shape for the greens. Let that dry and remove the pencil. So once I've rubbed out all pencil marks from the initial tea wash for the greens, I just dust off any debris, and I'm adding in darker greens and the browns on the twisted stems, and using a finer brush now to sort of pick out the edges. It's a twisted stem, so I'm kind of painting in these twists around, and darker on the overlaps where the stems are entwined. And for that I'm using a mixture of the red, the same red that I'm using in the mix, and green, and if I need to make it any darker I'm just using a little bit of Van Dyke brown as well. So I'll just work my way around where all the brown parts are down there, all the overlaps. So this is the Winsor & Newton brush, which has the really good point. It's the miniature size 1, series 7. And that'll just define the edges a little bit. I can come back and strengthen them more. I'm not going to do them all now. I want to run through everything quite quickly. Also got the same colour on the sepals, a little bit more red. To get a sharp edge on these, just wet the outside and drop the colour on top. That gives you a sharp outer edge, and you can soften it on the inside. That avoids you having an outline as such. a softer finish. I've also got the flowers that have dried up and died now. They haven't seeded, some of these. So. I'm going to start putting in some of the colours for the blackberries now. So I think I'll start with the greens. I'm going to swap to a slightly fatter brush. I don't need such a point on this one. So I'll try a Rosemary and Co spotter and start off with some of the greener fruits. Now remembering that the light is coming on this from this side, so there's highlights going to be on the fruits, on all of these berries really, but it's going to be generally darker. The principle of the rounded form is the same, but you've got rounded forms throughout the piece, so throughout the fruit, so it's going to be more there's going to be more highlights on each individual. I'll just put them in quite roughly, but leaving a white space for the highlight. Basically anything facing the light has a highlight, and anything away from the light has a shadow. Some of these will have red on it as well as green. I'll put the green in first. This will work quite quickly. The red can be added while it's still wet, if it is still wet, so it blends into the green, but be wary of it going brown. Moving on to the red ones. This one is actually one of the black ones, but it's got some underlying red in it still, as it turns from red to black. I have to go over these a couple of times to strengthen them up. But again, keeping everything fairly light and working quickly. When I've done these fruits, I'll probably do the leaves next and put some marks in the flower. As you see, I'll bring it up in stages, so that there's no area completed as such, it's just gradually built up. And when it's dry, I'll remove the pencil from around these fruits. And I've got some more here. I might paint them, or I might do some of them in graphite. The whole point of a sketchbook study is to really have a play with the composition as well, and let it evolve a bit as you're doing it.